Hi, everybody. This is Kim McDaniels from Independence, Missouri. My business is Kim McDaniels and Company. I refer to it as KMCO because I use KMCO for all of my little logo things. I hope you guys are doing great today. It looks like we might be getting in for some weather this afternoon. But I'm talking today to a lot of local people, and I want to make sure that everybody is able to access. It looks like people are signing in right now. So I'm going today to take a few questions. If people have some that they are going to ask during the call or during the live video. And the other thing that there's three other things that I want to talk about today that are and they're all working really, really well for my clients on social media, primarily initiating everything from Facebook. So I'm going to just refer Facebook as the initiator of everything, and then what I do with it on all the other platforms. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how to use Facebook Live in your business, and not so much, I mean, it's pretty easy. You just get on and you click Facebook Live, and that's what you want to do. So I want you to do Facebook Live. But it's after the fact, what you can do as far as repurposing that video and using that video in other places and what you can do with it. The other thing I want to talk about, I have my list over here, sorry, are Facebook and Instagram stories and how to use those, why they're important, and how they, basically how they can work for you or what you can do with them. Now, both of these, Facebook stories and Facebook Lives, are both really, really reaching on all of my clients' business pages. Now, as we talked about before, and as you all hopefully maybe Facebook pages have lost a lot of reach. So we're always looking for new and creative ways to get you in front of people. If you look at your feed at any time after we get off of this or any time, you'll see that you're seeing more of things that can be interacted with. That has a lot to do with it. So that's why Facebook Live is doing well, and that is why Facebook stories are doing well. Now, the difference between the two, I think you understand, hopefully, is Facebook Live, you can make it almost any length that you want. And it's live at the moment, but it creates a recording or video. Whereas stories on either Instagram or on Facebook are only on for 24 hours. So, and stories, you can do anything, either one. You can do memes or static like pieces, or you can do a video. So keep that in mind. And then the third thing that I want to talk about today is groups. I think we talked last time a little bit about groups, but this time I really want to get into groups a little bit more. Groups are another thing that is really, really, really important right now. And there again, in your feed, you will see, if you belong to any groups, that if you or someone else is commenting, it will throw your group up into your feed higher every time, and you'll see it more often. And so that's why it's important. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk a little bit about Facebook Live, like we're doing right now. Facebook Live, like I said, is real easy to do. But you kind of want to have an agenda. You can pretty well talk whatever you want about. Let me give you some examples. I have a psychotherapist client, and they're all about wellness and burnout, those type of things. So mental health, of course. So she, and I think we talked about this before too, so sorry that I'm repeating. But she wants to do breathing exercises. And so the perfect, thing is for Facebook Live to do those on. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. We'll go through it. And another one, I have another client that does neurofeedback. And so she could record her, every twice a month, she has meetings where you can come in and hear, all about neurofeedback and the Beamer and different things like that. So she could record those or do a Facebook Live from that. Let me think. I have another client. Well, actually, those two are good examples. That's plenty. So basically, all you do, and what I'm going to do today, is record my Facebook Live. Make sure I put something, to talk about it in the little section there, and then let it post to Facebook. Well, once it posts to Facebook, you can download that video. So go ahead and download it. That's the first thing I would tell you to do. Go ahead and download it. If for any reason, just to keep it on your hard drive or in your Dropbox or whatever, just to have, yourself in case Facebook ever dies or something. I don't know. Just for security reasons, I guess. But then you can take that video, and it is a pretty large size video. It's so large that you can't, well, you can. So it depends on your WordPress site and your hosting, but mine, I can't upload that size of a video to my blog page. So what you want to do is upload it to YouTube, and make sure you have a YouTube channel. Make sure it's branded that, with your logo or, cover image, those type of things. So upload it to your YouTube channel. Once you do that, fill out the information, pick a thumbnail shot, do all of that. And do make sure, though, that you are putting some good information there, either hashtags or things about your business or things about your video, because, as we all know, Google owns YouTube, and it will go, you can send it to your Google Plus page, which is great because it's going to be Googled. So it's going to be into, SEO and those type of things. It's going to be found. And then once you get it up and it's posted onto YouTube, download it from YouTube. And the reason why you want to download it from YouTube is because YouTube compresses it. So it makes it a smaller file that you can use on your blog, for one, and in other places. So far we've recorded the Facebook video, Facebook Live, and then we are going to make sure it posts okay, comments are okay. We're going to download it from Facebook. And then we're going to, sorry if I'm looking up in the air, but it's just a habit of mine. I'm trying to break that. Sorry. And so then you take the Facebook Live and you upload it to YouTube, and then you download it from YouTube, because then it's compressed. Okay, so the other places that I put this YouTube or the Facebook Live video. Oh, the other thing about YouTube, the other thing you can do is you can start at that point creating, albums or collections. So let's say today I'm talking about Facebook groups, and so I want to, and every time I talk about Facebook groups, excuse me, and how to use them, then I might want to put that in that collection. So then if anybody's looking for information about how and why to market with Facebook groups, then they can see my whole collection of videos. The other thing, so the next thing I do is I put it on my blog. I go into my WordPress site, I do a post, and I type some copy about what the video is about, what my Facebook Live was about for that day. There again, you can create in your WordPress anyway, you can create albums or collections or tags so that somebody, if they're looking for some information about, here, I'm going to use this again, Facebook groups, they can click on that and they can see my whole collection of either blog posts or videos that I've done about that subject. So now we have recorded it and downloaded it on Facebook Live. We've uploaded it to YouTube, and we've downloaded and we uploaded to YouTube, and we're getting lots of Google and Google Plus, and then we're downloading it from YouTube and putting it on our blog, on a blog post. Well, that's really great for, you know, things like SEO. It's great for people, you know, it's great for, you know, to say that you're an authentic business, you know, those type of things. And make sure all three of these, that if you are, and we're going to talk a little bit more about local too, but if you are looking for local business and local customers, then, you know, make sure you're, you know, putting your hometown on there and those type of things. So now we're on the blog post. We've posted it to our blog post. And tomorrow, if I wanted to go and say, hey, did you see my latest blog post? You know, I can point them to that. And I can do that on any social media. So tomorrow for Facebook, I wanted to say, did you see my latest Facebook Live? Or if you go to my website, you want to get people as much as you can to your website so they can find out more about you. You know, there's this whole theory to it. But what we're doing is we're repurposing this one Facebook Live video in lots and lots of places. The other place you can repurpose is, of course, LinkedIn. It depends on where, you know, your customers or clients are. I do business to business, so a lot of mine, of course, are on LinkedIn. And so I do a post on LinkedIn and I upload the video, and so now it's on LinkedIn. So I forget how many were, what, 3 or 4? We're at 4, I think, different places. Twitter, the same thing. What I do on Twitter is I might do a still caption of the video and point them with the URL within the copy or the post. Excuse me, allergies. And it will go back to my website and they can watch the video there. Mainly because Twitter doesn't have a lengthy video type thing. So keep that in mind. Now let's go finally to Instagram. And Instagram is actually probably one of my favorites, so I hate to leave it to last. But Instagram does have video, but they don't, well, their videos are a little bit lengthier than they used to, but I just don't bother with uploading the video to Instagram. There again, and you can't have a clickable in the caption part. Even if you do a still of the video, and you do in the caption part put a URL, it's not an active URL. So what I do is I just tell people in the copy, you know, see my latest video or Facebook Live, whichever you want to call it, about how to do Facebook Lives, tips and tricks, how to repurpose it to get more out of it. And then I'll say, go to my, I don't want to say homepage, but your Instagram homepage to find the link to my blog post, because hopefully in your Instagram setup, you have put what your website address is. And so all they do is then go to your homepage just by clicking on the name of your Instagram account, and it takes them right there, and then they can click and go to your video, or go to your actually website. Sorry. So you have posted it, you've used this one video and you've posted it several different places, 4 or 5 I think we're at now. And so you've gotten some really good use and good traction, good marketing. All of these, make sure you're using hashtags, even on LinkedIn. You know, all you're doing is working it basically. I mean, you're using one video in all these different places, and you know, and then the other thing is you can always take this video, and like I do all of my posts, I repurpose them in 2 months. So this is August. In October, I'll repost this video again, mainly because a lot of people at 4 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time maybe did not see it, those type of things. So definitely reuse, repurpose. I'm looking to see if there's any questions. If anybody has any questions about that right now, I'm happy to talk to them. Also, if you guys ever need help just outside that, I'm more than happy to do 15 quick minutes. Just, you know, make an appointment from my website, kimmcdaniels.com. We can, you know, just talk things through. If you're, you know, going to do this yourself, that's no problem. Now, the next thing is what I want to talk about is Facebook and Instagram stories. I can't emphasize enough the how good these are for your reach and for people seeing Facebook Live and the stories part of it. And I've done stories both ways, 2 different ways. And like I said, on Facebook and Instagram, I've done short little videos on the stories, and I've also done memes or stills. And you can do several. It's almost like a slideshow, but just one is sufficient, I should say, enough too. And there again, the reason why you want to do it, I don't know if you ever go into your Instagram on your mobile, but it will say up at the top, Kim McDaniels just posted a new story. Bam, you know, it's just like right there in people's faces when that happens. So it, you know, it's just real important to make yourself move up in these feeds, and that's one way to do it. The stories are real easy to do. They need to be quick and easy. If you want to do a quick video while you're out someplace, I don't know if you saw my post from yesterday where I was out with a friend shopping and found the letters K&M and Girl Boss, and I just thought I could have done a whole quickie little video right there of all the different office things. I mean, they were just so, all of them were just so cute, and they had a whole earthy brown section, and then they had pink, and I forget what the other one was. I don't know, but they had all different, you know, decor, and it was just fun. So I could have done a very quick Facebook story or an Instagram story right then, and like I said, it comes right up in your feed, and it's one of the first things. So I really want you to encourage you to try. Oh, and also the one about Home Goods yesterday is that it wouldn't have shown me. It would have heard, you would have heard my voice perhaps, but so if you're afraid, camera shy, these things are perfect. Those, you know, of taking videos of things that you see while you're out and about that has something to do with your business or your interests or your passion or hobbies, you know, anything like that. So keep that in mind. Now, the last thing I want to talk about that's really working in your Facebook feed is groups. A lot of people don't have groups or, or don't have a group for their business. I'm encouraging you to start one. And you think, oh, what could I do a group about? You can do a group about anything. I don't know if I talked about it last time, but I have a travel agent that primarily she does European travel, but she started a Disney group. And so we go in there, and it's so much easier and different in a group because you're you're trying to start you're trying to do a conversation, but you're also providing information. So it just seems to be a little bit more, I guess, fun, like a party type thing, if that makes sense. Oh, sorry, my little dog sees something. So so it just makes it that much more fun. And so informational type things are really good. You know, it depends on the group if you want to do inspirational or if you want them doing it with a little cheat sheet here. And you don't really want to do promotional. I mean, you can, but you know, your promotional side is more for your page than for a group. So I have, you know, my one client, they do things on burnout, and they're coaches and psychotherapists. And so they, you know, of course, started a group about burnout and highly sensitive people. And it's, you know, of course, free to join. And it's a bonus for their sign up group because they also send out newsletters. So, you know, they just go on there and they post fun things. They say happy birthday. They, you know, those, you know, have all sorts of little conversations. Like I said, she's going to have a little breathing videos that she's going to do, those type of things. So I'm trying to think what other type of businesses. Chiropractors could do, you know, groups about, they could do groups about wellness and diet and exercise, you know, all those type of things. If you're looking for clients and you're looking for specific types of clients, let's say you work a lot with, let's say I had a client in Australia, and this one's a little bit of a stretch, but she was a midwife. And so she could start a group for young mothers. And it could be mothers either during pregnancy, you know, before the birth, after, that type of thing. And, you know, talk about, you know, pregnancy problems, pregnancy, good things, bad things, using a midwife, not using a midwife, using a hospital, you know, that whole conversation thing. But it's tied to her business page, or it would be tied to her business page. And like I said, every time somebody comments, you make a post, that shows in the feed. It shows high. Every time somebody makes a comment or a like or whatever, it shows in the feed. It comes up high in the feed again. So groups are totally awesome as far as I'm concerned. And they're easy and they're fun and they're conversational, and you know, they're not that hard to do. They're, you know, if you know your business and you know what you're talking about, and you know, educated about what you're trying to sell, and you know, trying to make money, those type of things, then you know, then they're real easy for you to do. So keep those in mind. They're great for coaching. Again, the groups are great for coaches. Let's say you're a relationship coach, and so you want to, maybe you just wanted to have a group for men. You know, I don't think you could do it, basically you shouldn't do it exclusively for men, but let's say, you know, it could start out with, you know, working with men, looking for, you know, the, you know, perfect relationship, that type of thing. I mean, there's all sorts of things that you can come up with as far as groups. Now my bed and breakfast, that's another thing. You could do all sorts of things with the bed and breakfast. You know, if you wanted to do groups, at one time we had what was called the dessert club, and the dessert club was a once a month deal. It was themed on a different country. So if we had an Italian or Italy, then we would have Italian food and those type of things. So in the dessert club, if we had a group for the dessert club, then we could talk about whatever country it was for that month. You can, and that's the thing about the groups too. I think I said last time, if you're under 10,000 people on your Facebook page, you don't need to post. In fact, you get you get hit if you post more than, you know, several times a day, or the more you post, it doesn't really help you. Let's put it that way on your page, on your business page. But if you post in groups, it does help you. So you could talk all day about Italy in that group. So it's fun. There again, fun to talk about, fun to do. Does anybody have any more questions? I don't see any questions coming up today. That's okay. I don't have a problem with that. If you do want to set up some 15 minutes of my time to pick my brain, please do so. Go to my website, kimmcdaniels.com, and click on the consultation, and we'll, you know, spend 15 short minutes together, talk about some ideas, give you some ideas on where to take your business or what to do with your business, especially with visual social media marketing. I'm trying out some new things for, well, new things for them, let's put it that way. For my bed and breakfast today, on their post today, we did a slideshow using a map function, as well as we're trying to get whole house bookings so at Christmas or during the holidays. So we used Christmas Picture, I used Christmas Pictures, those type of things. So we're trying that out. You've probably seen a lot of the little slideshow things, especially on sponsored ads. So we're trying that out today to see how that one works. We also use on the bed and breakfast, we use recipes a lot, so which makes sense for them. So, but you know, we also use videos too for the neurofeedback. You know, anything to do with the brain and mindfulness. There's lots of videos out there that are, and here again, don't use a YouTube video because it goes off and Facebook doesn't want you to do that. You want to do anything, and you want to search for any video that is within Facebook posted. So, and then get that URL and use that video again. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, to end everything, like I said, make 15 minutes so you can pick my brain. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. And it is Tuesday afternoon. And have a good rest of the week. And hope you're enjoying these videos. And I will talk to you soon.